Hello everybody and welcome to Anarchy in the Ukulele with me, Paul Mansell. Today I am going to be reviewing this brand new book by Patrick Steinbach, which is Rock and Pop Classics for Low-G-Ukulele. This is published by Shot Music. It's a really good book. It's got 30 pieces in it and they're all pretty well-known pieces. They're down as arranged in the chord melody style. I'd say realistically they're more finger picking than chord melody if you're going to be specific about it. You're not so much strumming in this as more finger picking. But the arrangements in this are really wonderful. This book retails for $18.99. I'd not actually heard of Patrick Steinbach myself, so I've done a little bit of looking him up, and he seems to have a background in a lot of Irish music. He's done a lot of books on sort of jigs and reels. It's always nice when a new sort of book like this comes out, a new finger picking book, especially if it's one with pop hits, rock hits that we know. So before I sort of dive into it, I'll play a piece from it, and then I'm actually going to play two pieces. The reason I'm going to play two pieces is I couldn't actually decide on just one, because there's so many great pieces in here arranged so well that they're very sort of instantly accessible, that I thought I'd play two of them. So the first one that I'm going to do is Mad World by Tears for Fears. It was originally kind of like a real synth pop hit and quite upbeat, and then it was redone for the Donnie Darko film, and most of us now know I think it was Gary Jules version, which is a lot slower, and this is a really pretty little arrangement of it. So this is Mad World. There you go, isn't that a pretty little arrangement? So this book, you get let me show you the music that I was playing there. You get the actual music, which I always like, the music notation, and then you get the tabs underneath. You also get the chords as well. Most of the pieces are fairly basic, I would say. If you've been playing for a year or so, I'd say you'll be fine on most of the pieces. I like the fact also that because you've got the chords, you can actually do these as duets. For most of them, the melody is on the top line, so it's sort of on the top string that you're playing. So I've used this with students this week. I've only had the book a week, and a couple of the pieces I've done where I've just strummed the chords and the student has done the melody. That's worked well. I think the arrangements are clever because when I played Mad World to one of my students, he said, I would love to be able to play that. It sounds so nice, that arrangement. And then when we looked at it, he could play it because it's not that complex. So I think like any good arrangement, it's full of arrangements that aren't overly complex but are very playable. They're all nicely laid out. They're a nice size as well. A lot of them are just on one page. I think that Patrick, when he's done them, he's kept them simple. He hasn't put massive amounts of repeats in or things like that. So they're pretty easy to follow. So let's have a look at what's actually in here. You get the book, obviously. You also get free online recordings of everything. I've downloaded them. It's Patrick playing them, and he plays them beautifully. They're really, really nice to listen to. It's always really, really handy if you have a guide that you can listen to, especially if you don't know the song. I won't go through all of the pieces that are in here, but because there's 30 pieces. But some of the ones that you'll know: Blue Suede Shoes, Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers, Candle in the Wind, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, really groovy version of Don't Worry Be Happy, Eleanor Rigby, Fields of Gold, Hallelujah, which I think Patrick sort of based it loosely on the Jake Shimbakuru version, Heart of Gold, which I'm going to play in a minute, by Neil Young, Hey Jude, Knocking on Heaven's Door, In the Summertime, Mungo Jerry, great version of that, Let It Be, Mad World, Nights in White Satin, nice version of that. Again, I played that previously, very sort of using a chord melody system. This is much more finger picking, I would say, than chord melody. Nothing Else Matters, Metallica, Rock Around the Clock, Sailing, really nice version of Sound of Silence, nice version of Streets of London, Ralph McTell, and Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton. If you look at the Mad World one that I just did, you can see there's a lot of sort of what we call double stop picking in there, so it's definitely more finger picking than strumming. They're really fun to play. Like I say, to be honest, I had a job just to pick two out, because I could quite happily sit here and play all of them, to be honest. And I also think $18.99 for 30 pieces, that's a lot of pieces. A very, very well laid out book. You know, it's got a quality feel to it. Yeah, let's have a little listen to Heart of Gold, which was written by Neil Young. This one is a little bit more strummy. There you go, Heart of Gold by Neil Young. So yeah, I think it's suitable, maybe not for people right at the beginning of their journey, but some of them are simple, and there's some more complicated ones as well. So I think pretty much, apart from very, very beginners, this is ideal for anyone, really. They're down as being for low G. I played quite a few on one high G, and they're okay as well. I think they do sound a little bit better on low G. All in all, great book, highly recommend it. So published by Shot, Patrick Steinbach, Rock and Pop Classics for Low-G-Ukulele, $18.99, available now. Thanks very much for listening. If you've got anything else you'd like me to review, do get in touch. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Bye now.